Welcome back. Richard Southern joins us from the 680 News Business Center. Interest rates holding steady, but Richard, could be some storm clouds brewing for Canada's economy.
Yeah, we heard from the Bank of Canada today, Mark, and some downbeat news. The bank is now expecting the Canadian economy to not grow as much as it initially thought it would. In the fourth quarter, it's thinking we're only going to see growth of a measly 0.3%. And for 2020 on a whole, it's thinking the economy is going to grow less than 2%. The bank says business investment has weakened, and indicators of consumer confidence and spending have unexpectedly gone soft. So yeah, it left interest rates unchanged, but said it may take out its axe and cut rates in the near future if the economy continues to lose some steam. The economists I'm talking to, Mark, they're not expecting an outright recession, but certainly we're not seeing robust growth of any sort right now here in Canada.
Well, it's interesting when you look at some specific signs. One retail chain will be closing its doors in just a matter of weeks.
Well, let me ask you, do you still buy greeting cards like birthday or Christmas cards, Mark?
On occasion, depends on who you're buying for, right?
Yeah, it's true. Maybe if you're buying for someone a little bit older in your life. But, you know, it's not what it used to be, the greeting card business. And so maybe not a huge surprise to see this. Carlton Cards closing up shop here in Canada, shutting down its 76 retail locations. It will continue to operate online. Carlton closing up shop leaves Hallmark is really the only big player in the greeting card biz. And industry stats, Mark, show that the greeting card business in Canada shrank almost 4.5% over the past 5 years. You can text people or email people, say happy birthday that way. It's just, there's other options, right?
Very much so. And is there still going to be room in the other aisles in other stores where you have that section?
You can get them in the grocery store or in the, the convenience store, wherever you want to get them. So, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Other companies moving away from single-use plastics, thankfully. However, one of the big ones, probably the biggest, standing firm.
Just had a lot of people saying, say what? Coca-Cola came out today, Mark, and said it won't be ditching its single-use plastic bottles because consumers still want them. Coke is one of the biggest producers of plastic waste. Would you believe Coke creates 200,000 plastic bottles per minute? It's promised to recycle as many as it makes, but environmentalists contend many still end up in landfill. Coke's head of sustainability today said the company won't be ditching those bottles because it could alienate customers and hit sales. She also says more aluminum bottles and glass could increase the carbon footprint. So, as tuned in as companies are to environmental issues, they're even more tuned in, of course, to the bottom line. And that's why I guess what Coke's talking about today, Mark.
We'll see what happens when, of course, stories like this get spread and how people think about them. Gas prices, we always check in and see how they're doing.
No change tonight, but Enpro International thinks we could see a 2-cent decrease on Friday, so keep that in mind. And stay tuned, Mark. We're back just after 6:30. A legendary corporate mascot has died. We're looking at why there's a monocle and a top hat with no owner out there. Come back at 6:30.
I think I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks, Mark.